Hey everyone, Kyle Walker here. If you love cars, fixing things, or just want to understand your vehicle better, you're in the right place. I share hands-on tips, smart driving advice, and straight-up car talk without the fluff. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and stick around till the end. You don't want to miss what's coming up. Let's get into it.
Trailers used together with passenger cars these days have become a necessity, needed by almost every motorist. Few of them do not have to face the need to transport things that are simply not included in the trunk of the car or in its interior. Then a trailer comes to the rescue, which until now is out of business. If it is not in the household, you have to borrow it from friends or colleagues, so as not to call an expensive cargo cab. That is why trailers are being purchased more and more often, and then the question inevitably arises: what is the procedure for their registration and whether it is necessary at all? Whether trailers need to be registered. Many drivers wonder whether a car trailer must be registered if it is bought or made by their own efforts. Experts give an unambiguous answer. So, it is absolutely necessary to do this. Their registration in the traffic police must necessarily pass any individual or legal entity, without exception. During this procedure, the device is assigned a state registration number, which will be recorded in the relevant database and by which you can easily find the necessary information about its legal owner. Requirements for a homemade trailer. When preparing to purchase a much-needed car trailer, many drivers have to consider the financial side of things. Sometimes it is cheaper to make a homemade trailer for your passenger car by your own efforts or with the help of experienced craftsmen than to buy it on the side. If, for example, there is a used cart on wheels and other spare parts, to build from them a simple device without contrivances for specialists will not be very difficult. Moreover, they are often as good as mass-produced industrial models, and sometimes even surpass them in some important characteristics. However, even here it will be necessary to think about how to register the device with the traffic police and what requirements will arise for the device. It is necessary to know that there are clear official regulations regarding such amateur devices. They are concentrated in a single document for all countries that are members of the Customs Union called Technical Regulations. It has been in force since 2011 and stipulates that experts of an accredited testing laboratory are authorized to check homemade trailers and make a conclusion on them. They carefully inspect each such trailer, analyze how safe it is, and how it meets the required technical parameters with the help of a special technical expertise, conducting a series of tests. Read also features of car registration in another region. If according to their results the verdict is positive, the employee of the laboratory fixes his opinion in the final protocol. It is he and becomes the basic certificate, the content of which finally decides whether the registration of a homemade device for cars is acceptable, whether it can be put on the registration. If the result is negative, the homemade construction is sent to the owner for correction and retesting. What documents should be prepared for the trailer? If the trailer has been purchased in a motor vehicle store or on hand or manufactured by own efforts, there comes an important stage of its compulsory registration. Before registering the trailer, it is necessary to prepare a package of documents required for this procedure. Such a list consists of application of the owner of the trailer with a request for registration, passport and documents that confirm the owner's right, purchase agreement, invoice, etc. Documents on the technical means. Receipts certifying that the state duty has been paid. If there are transit numbers, they must also be presented. When a trailer is registered by a legal entity, it will also be required to have a MTPL policy. How the registration process takes place. When the package of documents required for registration is ready, with them it is necessary to go to the traffic police, having previously made an application for an appointment. In order to know how to register a trailer, it is necessary not to be late with the deadlines and clearly follow the entire procedure. In particular, the trailer should be registered within 5 days after its purchase. Many people are also interested in how to register a homemade trailer without complications. If it is self-made, it cannot be registered without official authorization from the testing laboratory, which was discussed in the previous section. After coming to the traffic police, the driver submits the documents and waits for the result. As a rule, the entire registration procedure is fast, literally in a matter of hours, after which the applicant is given the documents. For the trailer, a certificate that it is officially registered, and a license plate. Read also, ways to pay a fine. You can also register a trailer and through GoSusco services, using a special portal. Here the fee will be lower. Nevertheless, some drivers for various reasons underestimate this format of registration and try to avoid it. What the cost of registration depends on. The cost of registration depends directly on what type of registration is chosen by the host. For example, if the case is only the issuance of registration marks, the cost of such a service will be 1,500 rubles. Issuance of a registration certificate costs 500 rubles. The price of registration of a new PTS, if the previous document is lost or stolen, is 800 rubles. The same price will be the service of issuing a certificate that the design of the vehicle meets safety standards. If it is necessary to make changes to the previously obtained document about the trailer, 350 rubles, etc. Again, it should be noted that in the case of using the GoSuslugi portal, a tangible discount is guaranteed. For example, when issuing registration plates, instead of 1,500 rubles, you will have to pay only 1050 rubles. Penalties for transportation of trailers without registration. Before you register a trailer in the traffic police, it is necessary to firmly remember that for the operation of unregistered trailers introduced severe fines. Their scale is quite impressive. So, if it is established that the driver is traveling with a trailer that is not registered, he will be fined from 500 rubles to 800 rubles. A second violation of this kind will entail a larger fine of 5,000 rubles, or the driver will be deprived of his license for a period of 1 to 3 months. Special fines are stipulated for legal entities, in case of delay of the statutory deadline for trailer registration and in other cases. It is also important to remember that the fine must be paid within 1 month, 30 days to be exact, from the date of the decision on the violation. There are also options when the driver for the violation can be arrested for 15 days or brought to compulsory labor for at least 50 hours. Therefore, experts strongly advise to take the important issue of registration of a car trailer with all seriousness, and may you be lucky in everything. In conclusion, registering a trailer for a passenger car with the State Road Traffic Safety Inspectorate involves several specific steps that are crucial for compliance and safety. From gathering the necessary documentation to understanding the unique regulations that apply to trailers, it's essential to be well informed throughout the process. By following these guidelines, you can ensure a smooth registration experience and enjoy the benefits of safe and legal towing. Thank you for watching, and we hope this information helps you navigate the registration process with ease.